Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 65 for Tuesday, the 30th of March, 2021. I'm your host, Mark Webb, gamertag, Piss on a D, Steam ID, Webby, 360G, and joining me on this fine evening is...
God save the Queen, it's Kali Wally.
Buckle up, it's going to be one of those podcasts. Send right down.
I need to find some more cars to sell to the South Africans. It's number one Stuntmaster.
Going for prolapse, it's Sensei Switch.
Well, hey, there's quite a few of us on this week. A little bit of an update on Stunty's car from last week. He sold it, everybody.
Yeah, I sold it and it's going to Africa.
Was this the VW
random.
bus?
Sorry, no. This is a Toyota Corolla, which is just an old Corolla. It's my father-in-law's, and the guy come all the way from Chingford in London, and he didn't even look at the car. He just said, "Yeah, I'll pay you this asking price." I went, "Okay, fine." So he come down, picked up the car, and I said to him, "Right, do you want me to show you about it?" He said, "No." He said, "Not really bothered. It's going to South Africa anyway."
Dear.
I went, "All right, okay." So he said,
Nice.
Yeah. So I thought, right, fine.
Hopefully not through the Suez Canal.
Oh, the memes
there
for
we
that have
go.
been hilarious. Oh dear. Causing chaos.
Yeah,
Well,
all
I'm
those
glad you got it
PS5
sold.
and Xboxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad
So,
you got it sold,
yeah.
Stunty.
Did you get £1,000 for it?
No, I got a little bit less than that, so it was good enough anyway.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, it was a fucking ugly looking thing anyway.
Okay. But it's going on holiday now. Brilliant.
Yes, it did, yeah. It's getting a better holiday than I'm going to get this year.
As it had its jabs.
Oh, I don't know, but it won't wear a mask, will it?
Next time you see it, it'll have a nice 50 caliber machine gun mounted on the back.
Yeah, it's either that way, they'll cut the back off it and then get loads in the back then, couldn't they?
Yeah.
That's why he wanted a big saloon, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, how are we all doing anyway? All good? All good? Busy week?
All right.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Cool.
really happened. It's lockdown again, isn't it?
Hoping
Yeah.
I don't have COVID.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah, tell your story,
Oh,
Colin.
yeah.
So, yeah, just update on me. So, where I live, there hasn't been much of a lockdown. We still have the mask mandates, and cases are fine, and restaurants are open, and you're allowed to go out. It's just everywhere you are, keep a mask on and all that stuff. What ended up happening on Friday afternoon, I guess last year prom for high schoolers was canceled, but this year they are doing a prom because we have been back in-person learning in schools for kids with masks. The neighborhood boy who's going to prom, both his parents were out of town, and he rang me up and he said, "Hey, can I bring over my? It's prom tonight, and I don't know how to iron my shirt. Can I come over and can you help me iron my shirt for prom tonight?" And I said, "Sure, come on over." So he comes over, hands me the shirt. I iron it for him, give it back to him. Off he goes to get his test because you can only get into prom if you've had a COVID test. Well, he tested positive, and so he rings me up and he said, "I was in your house and I just tested positive for COVID." And I was just like, "Oh God, here we go." So we all jumped in the shower, wiped everything down, with sanitizing wipes and stuff. And now I'm just waiting for the incubation period to go by to see if something happens. I haven't lost my sense of smell or anything.
How long ago was this, Colin?
It was Friday evening,
Okay.
or Friday afternoon. And what the CDC guidelines are: close contact is determined to be within less than 6 feet for 15 minutes or longer, which he was nowhere near. Like, he handed me a shirt, stood in the other room while I ironed it, so I think I'm okay, but nonetheless, it was a little bit of a scare, and I've been kind of, every 15 minutes, I'm saying, am I warm? Do I have a sore throat?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think I'll be fine, but yeah, that's what happened. Sorry for
Cool, man. Well, I hope you're all right.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
No worries.
So how old is this kid?
17.
And he doesn't know how to iron. What have his parents been doing to him? What have they been teaching him? Come on.
They'd probably be doing his ironing for him. It's time for a wake-up call. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean,
well, 17
just wait till your kids are teenagers, man. You'll see. It's a barrel of laughs. Anyway,
well, why did he iron his shirt anyway? He's not going to get any,
but Colin ironed his shirt.
Now he's got it because he can't go to COVID or go to prom because of COVID.
He can't go to prom.
Yeah.
Oh, what a waste of time.
Oh,
no.
Oh, well, never mind. Well, hopefully you learned
Video
something.
games. Yeah.
So
Yeah, video
anyway,
games.
before we get on to the news, I just want to send out a big thank you to all the patrons. Got a new Patreon today, so thank you very much to Anthony who joined us, who joined the long list of patrons. Have 21 now. So I'm going to read out a thank you to each one of you. We have been I've been trying to engage the patrons as much as possible on the website. So what I've been doing is I've been doing some polls and trying to gauge what people would like, and we've come to the consensus that the Patreons would like to come on a Patreon only podcast. So it'd be me and just some of the patrons just doing a show together, and that will go out on the main feed for everybody. So I've been trying to arrange that, and because obviously people are in different time zones, we've kind of decided that I'm gonna try and get on with the people on the other side of the world, the Aussies. So we're gonna do an Aussie show with Wes as well, who's living in Thailand, so he's in a similar time zone to the Aussies.
Sawadee Kap.
Yep. So we're gonna record that at some point in the near future. We haven't. So we're going to try and arrange that in the near future. We haven't got a date set for that, but we're going to try that soon. So anyway, I'm going to read out all the names. That's where I was getting to. So Wes, Phil, Brian, John, Luke, Sean, not John Luke, John and then Luke, Sean, Nigel, aka Hogarth, John, Ryan, Strokey McGinger, Jason, Paul, David, Nikki Wilson, Sean, Slyvester Almond, Steffi Business, Craig, Matthew, Dazpoz, and our new guy, Anthony. So thank you very much. You are all awesome people, keeping the shows going every single week.
Thank you to all of you.
That's all good and heard. Right. News then this week. It's been a little bit of news.
Yep.
Oh, should we just get out of the way?
Yeah, let's just dive into it.
Yeah, so
hopefully we can talk about it as rational adults.
Exactly.
Right, so basically it's coming up on your feed now. Basically, news is that 6 Days of Fallujah has resurfaced and is coming out at some point in the future. There has been no release date for that. So a little bit of history about this game. It was actually due for release originally in 2009. But what happened was there was such outrage by the mob.
So much for the rational adults.
Yeah, so it got cancelled. Because it was Konami. Well, they were going to publish it, but then they cowed down to the mob and were like, no, we're not going to do it now because people are offended. So anyway, all the offended people got their way and the game died a death.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2021 and IGN put out a video, which you're watching now, a preview of a very early build of the game that's now been published by an independent publisher. Now, I was quite surprised initially that IGN got the first look at this and put out this first look. It's a really good trailer actually because it's not all just gameplay. It gives some of the backstory from the from veterans from the American military about their experiences there, and then at the end of the video they have a little bit from the Iraqi side of the story as well. So they're trying to push it as kind of a video game like a video game documentary type game. And looking at some of the gameplay as well, it looks a bit like Brothers in Arms. If you never played the Brothers in Arms games, fucking brilliant. It's, you're leader of a little squad, it's single player, and then you're commanding your troops what to do, like to go up to the door, and then they stand outside, and then they breach the door or the windows or whatever. Yeah, so it looks like a really interesting game, and I love my realistic military shooters. I play like Squad is one of the most realistic PC military shooters that you can get, and you get a lot of army veterans and serving members of the army playing that as well. And it's just, I love those type of games, but it's just nice to get a single player game from, that's that added realism. Now, what's happened off the back of this trailer coming out is there's been some outrage by certain members of the video game journalism community on social media. I really need to
developer community
and
as well,
developer
right?
community,
Developers as
yeah.
well,
So
yeah.
I really need to delete Twitter because it's just where all this fucking bollocks ends up being spouted. And it's fair enough. They can say, you know, well, they don't like to look at a game. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I understand that. I don't want to be silencing people or anything like that. But they're actively now trying to get the game cancelled. And it's fucking
And
bollocks.
what is the offense? What are they saying is offensive, or the reason why this game shouldn't be made? What is it about this game that they're saying is the
there's
problem?
a couple of reasons why. One is they're saying it's etched into too recent memory, which I admit I can understand that because it's the mid 2000s. But then my response to that would be, yeah, I understand, but look at 9/11. Look at 9/11 as a prime example. They were having movies coming out about that within a couple of years of that happening, and that was one of the biggest atrocities in American history.
Well,
yeah.
And Battlefield 4 covers the same conflict, and is 10 years old at this point, right? So, are we sure we're giving the criticism of the game a fair shake? Is it because I know that what they had said was something about like war crimes were committed in Fallujah or something like that. Like, does this game glorify the commission of war crimes? Like, what is it that they're saying? Like, I'm struggling to understand why this game is more controversial than Battlefield 4, for example. That
Well, this is what I'm trying
Modern
to
Warfare,
understand
or
as
Call of Duty
well.
Modern Warfare, which
I
takes place in the
suppose
Middle
because
East.
it's based on a real conflict and a real story of events that actually took place, rather than like your technical, like your other shooters are just kind of like a fictional setting,
Just
based
generic. Okay.
So also what I've been seeing by one prominent Iraqi Muslim developer on Twitter was saying that it glorifies Americans killing Iraqis, that it's American propaganda.
Again, nothing unique about that game compared to Battlefield 4 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare 2, in that you're fighting Middle Eastern people, right?
But now,
or whatever.
I think
I will say to that, like, look at how easily people get offended over things these days. It's like,
that's what I'm just struggling.
I understand that, but if those games had come out earlier, like now, Battlefield 4 and that, people would probably kick up a stink about them. It wouldn't surprise me if they didn't.
I think from I've done some reading on this, because I'm not. I really couldn't care less about this game, if I'm being honest. Not my cup of tea, but hey ho. And I think that the main crux of this issue is the Battle of Fallujah, and if you're familiar with it, or if you're not, an awful lot of civilians died. White phosphorus was used. There's allegations of war crimes off the back of a conflict that some declare was to go and seek out fictional weapons of mass destruction. So there's a whole kind of melting pot and issue about this conflict in the first place. And regardless how you perceive this or where you sit on what kind of political divide on this, I can understand how some people's backs have got up on this. I can understand it. And I think it was going to take some really, really cool heads to have a discussion about it. It is definitely a discussion point worth of having. But is it in a video game? This is the issue I have here, because at the present moment in time, video games are becoming more and more like art forms. They get BAFTA awards, they get presentations, they get all sorts. And we get to a point now is that, do we allow video games, the same kind of criticism we would give like a film or a movie? And I think we should do. And I think we should be able to hold this up and have a sensible conversation about it. The only problem is right now, this hasn't come out yet.
No. And
we're doing all of this at the back of IGN.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Dan, right? And that's the thing that's really annoyed me as well, is the fact, they've shown like less than a 10-minute preview video on IGN. No one's actually played the game. So how can you talk about the game or criticize the game if you've not played it, or at least seen a good amount of gameplay, right? At the very least. So this is the issue that I'm having with it. I think, if they've played the full game or seen the full game, and they're still offended by it, that's their opinion. They're entitled to be offended by anything. But these game journalists and game devs who are actively spouting on social media that they want the game cancelled, that's what pisses me off. Because it's this minority of voices sorry.
Let it come out and criticize it and judge it on its merits, and have a dialogue about it. But that's where that's where I kind of have the problem is that like the active effort to suppress this from being released, to prevent you yourself don't want to consume it, that's fine, but you want to prohibit other people from consuming it as well. And I get shades of Dan Quayle and Two Live Crew and saying this is like this needs to be banned. This needs warning.
I don't understand that reference.
Why not?
What's
hard to understand about that?
All I know is Dan Quayle couldn't spell potatoes.
Yeah.
All I know.
Well, he
tried to
ban explicit music with explicit content in it.
Gotcha.
Sexual references, things like that, because it's not suitable for children. It's bad for society. What have you? Right? Like.
Well,
those are the arguments that made.
I get this. I get all this, but this is the other flip side, and this is where I take a little bit of a stance in the sense that this is the opposite side of the same coin we had with The Last of Us 2. A certain section of the, let's just say, gaming community took umbrage of that game before it came out.
Yeah,
and everything kicked off, and no one had actually played it.
Yeah,
so,
I bought the game.
No, and I do understand that.
But no one wanted it banned.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like people were saying, they don't agree with it, blah blah blah. Certain things, but no,
but they hadn't played it. They hadn't played it.
And hadn't played it. 100% agree with you, Dan. But they didn't say, I want it banned. It shouldn't come out. They just didn't.
I'm sure some did. People cannot.
I'm sure some did. Maybe. I'm sure some did.
Yeah,
but not members of the actual gaming industry didn't say that at all. No. It would have just been a few randoms on Twitter.
The point I'm getting at this right now is that cooler heads throughout of this need to prevail. They need to sit down and be fucking adults about it. All I'm getting at the moment is one side saying one thing and the other side taking umbrage at that, squabbling over a fucking 10-minute video on IGN. And I'm like, what did I miss? Oh, a game I don't give a shit about. Okay? That's what the gaming industry has happened. That's what's happened to it now. Let's take a step back and be fucking bigger than this. That's all I'm saying.
I can understand what you're saying, Dan, but it just frustrates me because it's happening over and over again in certain sections of media and society where there's a small minority wanting, speaking out and wanting things cancelled, and then these companies cowing down to them and go, no, okay, well, it won't come out. Blah, blah, blah.
But
and I'm passionate about video games. I love video games, and I don't want to see video games cancelled. If people don't want to play them or buy them or whatever, that's fine. You don't have to. Yeah, and that's my stance on any type of media.
And that was the argument that won out against Dan Quayle and social conservatives that said, stop putting out explicit content and music for kids to listen to. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. If you don't want to play the game, don't play the game.
Exactly.
But don't try to ban other people from consuming the content they want to consume. That's just a core tenet of a liberal society.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think we just need cooler heads at the end of this day, because at the moment it's all it's doing is turning into a slagging match.
Yeah.
And I think if we were able to take each of these instances of so-called cancel culture one by one, we can actually split this on its head and prove that we can make strides to try and get this reversed and stop people shouting out and decrying stuff they don't like to get rid of. And I think just being flippant about it doesn't help anyone. Anyway,
yeah, I mean,
I'm done.
Again, so I really need to delete Twitter because I was getting so fucking annoyed. Like,
yes, you do.
So, it's right. So, Lana Pierce is a prominent in the gaming media, and stuff like this, right? I was advised not to cover the issues with this game because it could threaten my visa status. It sucks that Rami had to take on the onus himself, but I'm glad he did. You know, so this guy Rami Ismail did a really long video about the trailer on IGN, basically saying, "Oh, it's wrong, it's blah." You know, you can watch it. You know, but he's basically just slagging off and saying, "You know, we need to cancel it. It's a load of bollocks." And then IGN, obviously, because they put this video out, right? They then, another one of their journalists put out an article on IGN basically saying, yeah, people are right to have all these horrible criticisms about the game. And it's a really long fucking article, you know, saying, yeah, the trailer didn't show enough about the Iraqi side, and yeah, there might have been war crimes, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, in my view, it's like, there's been this outcry about the trailer that IGN did. IGN are quite a left-leaning media outlet anyway, so I was quite surprised that they put the trailer out in the first place. And then they're kind of backtracking now, pumping out articles like this because of the internet mob on Twitter, you know, saying that it offends them. So it's all this stuff happening around this game, and it's just... And it just gets to the point where it's just like, where the fuck does it end? Really?
It's free publicity. It's free publicity at the end of the day. It's pumping into it. It's going to do well. Yeah. I'm not going to play it. You are.
I mean, I
probably
really want to
will.
play it. I'm going to pre-order this game as soon as I can pre-order it. I'm day one, mate.
Yeah.
Not going to pirate it?
Ultimate edition, mate. 100 quid. They can have my money.
Ultimate edition on this.
Yeah, I don't care.
And thank you for all the Patreons.
I just want to support these devs because
believing in me.
I just want to support these devs because they've got the balls to put out their vision.
Well,
you know, and I know it's been cancelled before, but they've actually found another publisher now. And
what I will say is that they're fully aware that they're going to get criticism. So let's be constructive with that criticism about the game. But once it comes out and everyone has a chance to play it.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to be my game of the year, mate.
Yeah. Make it £70.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, 70 quid, PlayStation exclusive. Done.
Yeah.
I'll have to buy a PS5.
PS5, £70 exclusive.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that was just perfect, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you what.
I did see earlier that someone had actually messaged, like, Phil Spencer, Shio Yoshida, pretty much all the presidents of the different gaming companies, including obviously Mr. Biden, to basically complain to get the game banned.
Oh, for
fuck's
sake!
So it's kind of weird. It's like you said, like people bring stuff out that other people don't like all the time.
Yeah,
like that's just life. Not everyone likes everything. I mean, if you go back through pretty much every war film I've seen, like even classic war films, they're technically all slanted from a certain point of view.
Yeah,
war is shit and horrible. You learn that from a young age. It really isn't fun. The only good wars are in games and film, to be honest, because it's obviously just actors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if they can even make war films in the future.
I think they will be able to.
Someone will get offended.
War films in the past have always had a political slant to them, and it depends. Obviously, if you get someone like Oliver Stone, for example, who did an awful lot of Vietnam movies, and his perception and experience of going to Vietnam, and he imprinted that into his stories. But then you get something like American Sniper, which is a very much a very patriotic viewpoint of war and what it means to a person. So,
or you get Inglourious Bastards, which is a comedic take.
Yeah,
right?
Kind of flippant. Yeah.
But, just to say on that, anyway, you just said American Sniper. That got a lot of grief because that was Clint Eastwood, wasn't it? That did that,
no, was it Clint Eastwood? It was. Yeah, it was.
Because he got a lot of shit over that.
Yeah, it was. I watched. I didn't like it personally. I thought
he shot the kid.
No, it was the politics on it was a little bit. I wasn't down with it, to be honest with you. I watched it all and I thought it was a little bit too sentimental.
Based on true story.
Yeah, a little bit too sentimental about someone who was a very, very flawed human being. But
I mean,
it's not
everyone is flawed.
Yeah, I'm able to criticize these things because I watched them and I understand they're just films, and I'm able to have a discussion about them without having to go around and rip up every single DVD of them. Or basically
sensible, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm able to call things as being things rubbish if I want to, but I mean, some of what's the best war movie ever? I don't know. Full Metal Jacket, amazing film. Apocalypse Now, amazing. Yeah. Platoon, there we go, racking them off. But American Sniper's not it. Sorry.
And they do sell. They do still make big money, war films. So
they can do. They can do, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of them do. But so what I'm saying is, I don't think we're going to see a time where they try and remove them because they are a big seller.
Yeah. Depends what we need sport, but I think depends what the modern wars are. Because when the next set of films come out, I don't know. We're kind of running out of modern war films.
For all we know, this game that's actually coming out could actually make people question why foreign forces go into other countries.
Well, this is
what they did was right, and
that's the hope.
Showcase some more of the other side of what obviously goes on. Because we just get one part. Because obviously we listen to our own media. We don't obviously hear the media from that country and what they're saying, and vice versa. Obviously, we're not like North Korea where we win football games and stuff in matches that aren't even taking place and stuff. But obviously, we do get a certain slant to things, and I'm very open to hearing different sides from different things.
I think we have something we haven't really explored is that military first-person shooters kind of they're kind of very arcadey these days. They're very unrealistic and flippant. Call of Duty, for example.
Battlefield's the closest, I'd say.
And to the point that you almost lose. I mean, kids playing COD, I do question if they understand exactly the nature of warfare when they're playing it.
Well, it's because none of you play PC, right? So on the PC,
here we go.
You've got the super realistic. No.
Here we go.
No, it's just as an example, you've got very realistic military shooters on the PC. Squad is a prime example. Hell Let Loose is quite a realistic World War II shooter that's kind of like Battlefield, but obviously the more realistic. So the realistic games are out there, but as I say, on the console, and especially the more popular games, I agree they are the more arcadey Call of Duty type games. Yeah.
Well, Dan, are you in favor of censoring kids from consuming war in video games?
No, I didn't say that necessarily.
I think age ratings exist for a reason.
Exactly. I think they're there for a reason. I think as a responsible adult or parent, you should take an interest of how you bring up your kid. I don't play them because I got bored of them. They became.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant the content was potentially harmful for them or could deceive them.
No, it's not. It's not that they don't
misguide their worldview.
They don't understand it. It's like it cuts a pie fight in their eyes. And when you buy a battle pass and you upgrade, so you can get a purple gun, that is not warfare. It's not. No. It's almost this. It's almost.
Yeah, I agree.
It's almost polluting their perception, their worldview,
and one wonders if 12-year-old kids should be listening to gangster rap that talks about drug dealing, shooting your enemies, and having all kinds of.
I was listening to NWA when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I did not understand it. I did not understand a word they were on about, apart from "fuck the police." That's all I understood.
Yeah, and now look at all these riots. Now look at all these riots.
Oh man,
it only took 20 years plus.
Kill the bill.
Were you out on the streets of Brighton last night, Dan? We were all curious.
I was at home, mate. I was asleep. I
thought I saw you in a picture, front and centre, mate.
He's in the supply chain. He's the one making Molotov cocktails in his kitchen.
Yeah, with cheap whiskey. Yeah, done, mate.
Oh dear.
Dearie me. Anyway, where were we? News. Let's get on with this shit.
Where were we?
Kill the Bill. We're talking about Kill the Bill in Brighton. Hang on, my missus is going to say something to me. What's up?
Got him.
Thought they killed the Bill on TV years ago. I used to like the Bill.
They did.
The TV series.
Is that still going, is it?
No, it's not.
Oh.
They're on UK Gold, though.
Tosh lines.
What's happened to this chat?
I don't know.
We're getting bollocks.
Sorry, no, my missus is backing me up about the 6 days in Fallujah stuff, actually. She's sitting down
tweeting.
This is really
good. She's going, husband, you are 100% right on everything you ever say.
That's bullshit. That's
on this game.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know it is.
And all this fake outrage and cancel culture is bollocks. She said it. Didn't you, darling?
Did I?
Yes.
Did I really?
No, she didn't.
Yes.
Get her
Can you
in the
hear her?
Discord chat.
Why don't you say
Yeah,
what you
can.
just said to me?
She just liked my retweet from my reply
on.
from you on Twitter.
Get
when
on
I
the
was being
mic and
sarcastic.
say what you just said to me. Say it now and say it.
Hello,
proud.
Leon. No,
All
you're
I
among
said
friends.
was, there's a good article. I've put a link to it on Twitter.
Yeah, you
Maybe people should
tweeted
read
it. Yeah.
before they make an opinion, and then they can have an informed opinion rather than just jumping on a bandwagon.
Yes, and the article was correct, isn't it?
As far as I'm aware.
Yes.
Wait, Leon, does the article support my view or no?
Yes,
I
it
will
does,
add a little
Colin.
side
Then I
note,
will
as
make
much
a
as I
decision as to
appreciate
whether to
your
read
need
it.
to support these people.
Are ye mateys the game?
The patrons will pay it for me. It's fine.
No, they won't. Oh.
Anyway, that's a little bit of the lightheartedness of the show with my missus.
And that's getting edited out.
Nah, that's fine. Anyway, are we finished talking about this game?
I hope so.
Yeah, next.
For a while.
What else is in the news?
Okay, so we've got a few more pieces of news. I'll probably miss loads, but this is looking fun. Microsoft is rebranding Xbox Live to Xbox Network. So, so they're changing the name from Xbox Live to Xbox Network. I don't know why. It just seems like an odd decision to me.
Xbox Live is a brand name. It's really well known, and whenever you hear network, you think PlayStation Network, Xbox Live. They're two separate things. So I don't know why they're doing that at all whatsoever.
Someone got paid for that, a lot of money. Do you know that?
Oh yeah.
It's the I think especially with all this cloud gaming nonsense coming on, with like Fire Sticks, you plug in your telly, you've got like an Xbox you can take anywhere with you. It's kind of switching to a kind of a brand to encompass that, I guess, to make it more inclusive, to expand out of what people perceive as Xbox Live being quite, restrictive. Awesome. That's my take anyway.
Oh, well, as long as it still works and I get my Game Pass, I'm not really that bothered, but it just seems like an odd move to me.
Okay.
You'd have to say Xbox Network has gone down.
Yeah, just like the PlayStation Network is always down.
I think it's going to be pretty much everyone's going to still call it Xbox Live anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Just bizarre.
Yeah. Next.
Tim Milne says that Major Nelson has changed his Twitter name. Tim, tell me what his new name is and I will let everyone know.
Major Boring.
Well, that's always been his name in my eyes. Okay, a little bit of PlayStation news, which is a little bit sad.
Can you just stop there a minute, Webby? You forgot a major bit of news to do with Xbox.
We're still on the news.
I'm still on the news.
No, I know, but on the Xbox news side.
Go on. Before we go to PlayStation.
No. Just that Xbox are looking into buying Discord.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for like, how much was it?
This.
How much was it for?
Well, 10 million they're buying it.
No, it was like $1 billion or something stupid,
Jesus
wasn't it?
Christ.
Yeah, 2.6 billion, I think, is what I heard. But
really?
Why?
I thought it was a lot higher.
But like, why is Microsoft thinking about buying Discord when they can just use it for free like the rest of us?
Okay. No, we're wrong. Microsoft in talks to buy Discord for more than $10 billion.
Yeah, I thought it was 10 billion.
Little pinky finger.
$10 million.
They want it because they then can get more of a fan base, so they can then push. Does that mean they put advertising on it to then push Game Pass? I don't know.
In cooperation with Xbox Live or Console Xbox Network, it's going to be big. Whole community sitting on their Discord servers, integration, much like they gobbled up Skype.
I hope
Problem was Skype became worse after they acquired it.
It did, yeah, it did.
And now Skype doesn't even exist anymore, really.
Whenever I'm at work and someone sends me a Skype invite, I just go.
The thing is, Microsoft will just fuck up Discord. They really will. Like at the moment, Discord is quite a free and open platform, and then I can see Microsoft coming in, charging you for more things, and they will probably be banning more people as well because they're quite restrictive on what people like on communities.
Well, that's you fucks, mate.
So that's 360 fuck, 100%. So
jump to another.
There's Dan cackling at Webby. escaping from forum to forum, having to jump from forum to forum.
Fucking hell, where have I gone? I've gone from Twitter, a Discord, Gab, Minds. What's the fucking other one?
You can go back on MySpace.
Telegraph.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Oh dear. Yeah.
I did hear that the guy from Discord is quite interested in selling the company anyway.
Wouldn't you be for $10 billion?
Well, and that's always been my question about Discord is what is their cash flow model? Like, how do they make... This is a great service. How the hell do you monetize it?
So you pay for server boosts.
It's like you sell emoji. Yeah. Well, I know that's been the intermediate. At first, it was free for everybody, and it was just venture capital kind of, hey, let's build. It's the classic social media platform evolution, which is build your user base. You'll have a captive audience, and then you start offering kind of supplementary optional services for extra cash, and then at some point, it's start selling ads and sell off to a major buyer.
Yeah.
You know, like that. That's the
exactly.
goes down.
And then if you've got a big enough install base, you know, little creeping microtransactions here and there build up. Yeah. It's a bit like, I mean, I must say right now, if no one comes on our Discord server, we actually have brand new emojis on there now that came in this week.
We do,
and they're superb. They are superb.
Yeah.
And do we charge
done
for those?
Webby.
No, we don't because we're nice people.
Webby's eyes light up with cat sides. Ding.
So we've got emojis of everyone in the crew, on the podcast crew. They're really, really cool. And I did add an animated GIF, but I can't use it because I don't subscribe to this bloody server boost malarkey.
GIF whiff or something.
Yeah. So I know we got the server boosts for free a little while ago with our game passes, but they ran out. And then I forgot to cancel mine, so I got charged for a month. And I was like, fuck that, it's like £8 a month, cancelling that shit.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's why it's worth $10 billion, mate.
Yeah, but we've got some cool emojis. We've got a little 360 Gamercast emoji, which is awesome. Yeah, it took me ages to make these. Ages. So
you can't work for your Patreon money, mate.
I know, mate. I know. I might just let only the Patreons use the emojis. I might be. No, I won't do that. I'm not that mean. Hogarth says, "Is that a stunty emoji? That's up there with electricity and running water." Stunties is wicked. This looks awesome. Okay,
looks very dapper.
Yeah, should we move on to the news? Okay. Okay, so play. Oh, hang on. Before I move on, Tim said that Major Nelson has dropped the live word from his Twitter, so now he's just Major Nelson Xbox. And I did say.
I thought it was always Major Nelson. Where did the live come in? There.
I was in there somewhere, I imagine.
Major.
Along with Boring. Boring's my middle name. Major Boring. Okay, so.
Yeah.
Sony are closing the online stores for the PSP and the PS3.
And the Vita.
And the Vita.
And the Vita.
I don't know why the Vita isn't on this news piece that I've got on. Oh, it's on the one.
Sold
underneath.
me Vita.
So, yeah, I've also got two on there. As you can
They're actually becoming very, very valuable again.
The Vitas?
Like, Vitas. Especially if you've got a Gen 1 OLED. They're going for good money.
That's what I had. I've got 3.
Wow. Yeah, so, and there's been another little piece of news about this, which I haven't written down in the notes, but apparently there's a thing with the PS3s. There's an internal battery.
PS4s.
Oh, the PS4s. So, sorry, I'm getting my numbers confused. With the PS4s, there's an internal battery, and when that runs out, if you can't connect
your console,
you can't. And obviously, if Sony take down the PlayStation Network for the PS4s, which they will do in probably about 10 years or so, if the battery runs out and you replace the battery and the PlayStation can't connect to the PlayStation Network, it bricks the console. No games will work or anything. And it's something to do with the trophies, apparently, because it can't sync the times to the trophies.
I'm a little bit dubious of this. It's a bit weird.
Couldn't they fix this with a software update?
Not probably.
They could.
I imagine so.
Well, my question is it really a problem? Because we've had so many PlayStation 4s sold, and they've only just fucking found this out.
Yeah, it does seem a bit iffy.
It does. It makes no sense.
I do seem there does seem to be a witch hunt. I mean, I know Sony are doing a lot of shit things at the moment. I mean, I am Sony.
Just a few.
Yeah, but I mean, the PS3. Yeah, I can understand why they're shutting it down because it's. I mean, the base for PS3 isn't as good for this. There's nothing on the store much. You can still download all the games that you've bought, so that's the only good thing. The only thing I do think is a bit shitty is the Vita, because the Vita's not actually that old, and it's like to shut the store down is a bit crap, to be honest. I think because there is still stuff on there that.
Well, my concern is if they completely shut it down, right? So if I've for example, if I've purchased games on there, but they're not installed onto my SD card, can I still connect and re-download them?
Yeah, you can still buy. You can still play the games if it's down. If you've bought the game, they must have some kind of system that basically. I mean, I don't know about you, but I went on my PS3 and my Vita this week because I wanted to see what was on there because I'm going to try and sort a load of stuff out before it all shuts down. But the store on there, you go on the store for the Vita, and then you're basically going into a sub store to go to your download page.
Yeah.
So it's nothing to do with the store. So that's probably what's going to happen. You'll just see that come up, and then you'll just see all the games. The problem is it shows. The big issue I have with the Vita is it doesn't just show you Vita stuff; it shows you all your PS3 stuff.
Yeah, it's a mess, isn't it?
So it's a mess. Yeah, so you can spend ages looking for stuff. The PS3 has never been brilliant either. All I can think of, and the rumours are going around, is that Sony are up to something, as in they want to shut the stores down because they're going to do something with PS Now or PS Plus. They're doing this PS Collection at the moment. I mean, they've just released another 8 games for free for, I think it's a month or two, something like that. So there's something going on, but it's just a bit, I don't know, it's just Sony are seem to be doing some odd things at the moment. I'm not really...
How does this affect, like, DLC and stuff like that for games?
Well, this is the problem
You're going to end up with a load of games with, like, incomplete DLC and stuff that you won't be able to access or download.
Well, this is the one thing I've got an issue with is if you install, say you install a PS3 disc, right? Normally it goes onto the server and it will pick up any patches. Will it still do that? That's the issue. Well, yeah, it should do, but if they're shutting the store down, will it still do that? I don't know. So we won't know this until it's all kicked off. And if I've got a load of PS3 games I can't play, or they're just going to be like they were before they were patched. I mean,
well, they're going to have to do something pretty well because, like they're under the cosh as it is anyway with what obviously Microsoft have been doing.
Yeah.
With everything under one roof, and to be honest, like just whacking everything onto a shitty streaming service isn't really a good solution.
No. I mean, the only thing with the PS Now is that there is stuff you can download, all the PS4 stuff, but all the PS3 stuff is just flipping streaming, and it is a pain in the arse. It would be nice if it is like the Xbox does with the 360 stuff. You can download it and play it. So I don't know, but it's funny times at the moment. With Sony, I think Jim Ryan could be the problem. So
yeah, I haven't. Well, I don't know how long he's actually. Has he been there since the other chap left?
What, Jack, whatever his name is.
Dracula.
Jack,
what are you trying to say?
Jack, what was his name?
Jack Ryan.
Yeah, I think it was Trenton or something.
Trenton or something, isn't it? Something like that, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know, actually. I think he has been there a long time, Jim Ryan.
Cool.
Who knows?
Right, is that enough PlayStation chat?
Yeah.
Right.
You've had your lot.
You've had your lot, mate. Right. Right, so cancel culture is still kicking in. A game has been banned off the Steam store, everybody. I can't believe it. Super Seducer 3 has been banned.
Oh no!
And what's quite funny?
Is that in the Leisure Suit Larry series?
It's
I think it was on the 360, wasn't it? On Xbox Live, I believe.
I bet it's Japanese.
No, it's not. It's actually American, and it's got real actors in it. It's all like video, and you make choices and stuff.
Oh, it got banned because it's shit. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, right, Super Seducer 1 and 2 is still on Steam, and you can buy it and play it and everything. So it's basically You can go around seducing women in various scenarios, like at the gym or in the supermarket or whatever.
Just like real life.
Just like real life. So I don't understand. Like I don't understand
mate,
why
I'm watching the video for this. It looks it looks fucking awful.
It's a proper video.
Yeah, so so this is Super Seducer 2, so I'm just going to read this one out. Ready to take your skills with women to the next level in this amazing
sequence
hit, Super
that looks terrible.
We put you in everyday scenarios and let you do practically anything to see how it plays out with beautiful women. So what I don't understand, right, is why has this been banned, but they've still got Super Seducer 1 and 2 on Steam?
Have you bought it? Because it's getting banned.
No, I haven't, because my missus would probably chop my balls off.
It's probably got no kilos.
I think you've just answered your question there, why it's been, in inverted commas, banned, all right? Okay, so I'm not sure if there's a story here or not, is there?
I don't know.
You guys call them inverted commas. We call them quotation marks. Why?
I don't know.
Man. Don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Back to banning.
So it's like, look, so it's like if you look at this video here, like, because you can still buy this from other places, right? It's like,
why would I want to buy and play a game that's just like my life? You know, like
So it's so bizarre. I just don't. I mean, this is not a sort of game that I'd want to play anyway. But it's just, I don't understand why. As I say, 1 and 2 are on Steam, but the third one's been banned off Steam. It makes no sense.
My question is why someone's actually made it.
Because there's all these teenagers that want to learn how to pick up women. Yeah,
it's not even computerized. It's like choose your own adventure, pre-canned video.
Yeah. That's it.
Let's get it off the screen.
Look, here comes the predator in the weight room. Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Do you choose the sexual harassment lawsuit route, or do you go for the other restraining order route?
So I just want to be a funny piece of news to chuck in because obviously we're being quite serious and I'm going to take off the screen. Right.
I don't know why. Just let it come out.
It's out. I mean, you can buy it.
He's got no chance with the ladies. He's using machines. Get on the free weights. Oh.
Right. So, last piece of news that's a little bit sad for me. Back for Blood has been delayed until October.
That's for the best.
Okay.
So I was looking forward to this.
Dan, will you play this with us?
Game.
Yes, I will do. Awesome. I will do. There was I kind of digressed there. What was that dinosaur shoot 'em up that's coming to Game Pass? It looks very similar to Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, you put it onto the Facebook group, didn't I? Think
there wasn't someone else in. I can't remember what it's called, some extension event 2 or whatever.
Second Extinction, it's called.
That's the one. Yeah. Now that looks like a dinosaur Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it isn't a dinosaur.
Yes.
It's a bit. It looks like it plays very fast, like Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean it looks like fun. I mean, obviously you are murdering. Someone's got a lot of effort to recreate dinosaurs, and you basically take them out and shooting them.
And this is coming to Game Pass as well, so this is going to be really cool.
Yeah,
even if it's not very good, it'll just be a fun co-op game to play.
Yeah. So was it Back for Blood? Yeah, I mean when it's ready, it's ready.
That's fine. Yeah, 100%. I think though they got quite a lot of negative feedback from
really?
Yeah, they got quite a lot of negative feedback from the alpha.
Really?
Yeah, so they're doing quite a lot of work on it now. Yeah, I mean I really enjoyed the alpha. I thought it was awesome. It was a little bit glitchy, but nothing. You expect a few bugs in an alpha, but yeah, they're putting a lot more work into it.
Okay.
So, yeah. Cool. That's all the news. Anything else from you guys?
I think we've done enough news today.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
1 hour left.
Oh, so this is the point where where it's Patreons only. So it's what we've been playing. Whoop, whoop, whoop. To listen to the rest of this week's show, please subscribe at patreon.com/360gamercast. When you subscribe for as little as £5 a month, you get a podcast episode every single week of the year. An awesome Discord rank as well, with its own private chat room, and your own feed on any podcast app to listen to the show. It does not work with Spotify, however, so you'll have to use an app such as Pocket Cast, which I have to say is really, really awesome. Again, that website is patreon.com/360gamercast. You know you want to support the show. A $5 a month is not a lot of money to spend. Come on, guys. Don't be tight. $5 a month. Love you lots. See you on the other side.